Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Rich from Youngblood Reviews here, and I'm here to do my book haul. This week's book haul, actually. I've got a lot of awesome books to talk to you about, and I've got just some awesome stuff to really tell you guys. So let's get down to it. First book I got is The Blessed by Tanya Hurley. I'm very conflicted about this book. I've heard basically good and bad things about it, but I'd really like to know, this is one of my questions, if you guys have read this book, I would love to know what you think about it, because it sounds good, but it does not give enough description for me to actually want to read it. I don't like it now. They're starting to do books now where they don't really even give descriptions anymore, and I really don't like that. It really, really gets on my nerves. So just tell me whatever you can about this book, and just leave it down in the comments below. Next book I got was Sisters Red by Jackson Pearce. I already had a copy of this, but it was paperback, so I got a turtleback copy. And if you don't know what turtlebacks are, they're basically like hardcover, except there's no jacket. It's really cool. I really am thinking about starting to get a lot of books in this format, because I really love this format. And I've read Sisters Red, and I've read Sweetly, and I've read Fathomless. Really good books. Go and get them if you haven't got them. The next two books I got, which I had to get at Barnes & Noble because no place sells them. Books A Million sells one of them, but it doesn't sell the other, and it is the new copies to Across the Universe and A Million Suns. My Books A Million sells A Million Suns, but it does not sell Across the Universe. And I love these copies. Some people don't, and I understand that, but I like them. I think they kind of add a futuristic type of feel. And I really do like the third book's cover. They've grown on me. I didn't like them at first, but they've kind of grown on me. And I really like them. I've read Across the Universe. I have not read A Million Suns, but I really, really want to, because I really want to get to Shades of Earth, because I've been told Shades of Earth has aliens in it. And a sci-fi freak like I am, I'm going to read it. You can bet on that. The next book I got was A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This book is about witches, and it also has other elements to it, other supernatural creatures, and I've been really wanting to read this, and the second book just sounds amazing, and this book sounds as equally as amazing. And the second book's cover is just awesome. It's better than this cover, and I really want to read it because I don't read many witch books. And those books kind of like, they interest me. So I'm very excited to pick up this book. Next book, I've got craziness to talk about. It is Light by Michael Grant. This book, thank you, BAM, thank you Books A Million. You are amazing because they released it early. Books A Million, if you want any books early, just go to Books A Million. They put them out on the shelves early. Every time, except for Clockwork Princess, which they did not do early, because some books get the stamp that says if you put this out early, you're gonna get in major trouble. But anyways, Light came out early, and I've already started it. You can bet I already have. This book is full of craziness, and if you liked any of the other books, you will not be disappointed by Light. Light is one of my most favorite out of the series. This book is just filled with craziness. I mean, my mind was blown by the first 5 chapters. That is just how life works in this book. And I'm starting to get the feel. This book kind of leads you to believe that the kids, they don't want to escape the dome. It's become their life. It's just like who they are now, that they're so independent that they don't want to leave the dome. It's not a future they can foresee. But they know that the end's coming. This is not spoilers, I promise. But they still don't want to leave the dome because, it's like their life. And, Lord, if you read the last book, this book just takes off with some crazy stuff, I tell you. You need to go pick your copy up tomorrow. I am not kidding. Next book I got is The Inquisitor's Key by Jefferson Bass. Jefferson Bass is not the actual name. It is a mixture of two names. It is Jefferson Bass not Jefferson Bass, but John Jefferson and Dr. Bill Bass. And Dr. Bill Bass is actually the lead forensic anthropologist in Knoxville, Tennessee, where I am going to study my anthropology and become a forensic anthropologist. Anthropology, if you do not know it, is the study of humans and bones and stuff like that. I want to be a forensic anthropologist and study bones to help with forensic cases like murder and all that stuff. I want to do that. This book is really great. I finished it in about a day, and the reason I loved it so much was because I really just want to read you the inside flap, but the inside flap is so long. But basically, they think they find the bones of Jesus in France, and it was so good, so amazing. I loved it. If you like the Kathy Reichs stuff, her Temperance Brennan stuff, not her the virals and stuff, read this. He is a great writer. Love his books. And my last one. I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you this, guys. A really good place to go book shopping. This may sound crazy, but if you pick the right store, you can definitely find some great books. And it is Goodwill. I love going to Goodwill because I can find some really great buys there. Goodwill has some awesome books that you can get for cheap. Hardback copies go $2.99 and paperback copies go $1.99, and small paperback copies, they go to about 99 cents. It is the greatest place to go and buy books. I am not kidding. And I got this book at a Goodwill. And I was going to buy it at a Books A Million, which it was $6.97 at a Books A Million. I'm glad I didn't. Just glad. And it is Angelology by Danielle Trussoni. This book is about a group of angelologists who are trying to find Nephilim. And Nephilim is half angels, half humans, or half demons, half humans. If you've read City of Bones, you already know what they are. But this book has gotten a lot of good reviews, and that it's basically like, they said it's like the Da Vinci Code, and I love the Da Vinci Code. And they actually released a second book to this series. And I can't even, Angelopolis, I think it's been released. And this, I just can't wait to read some of this book. It just looks so amazing. And again, got at a Goodwill for $2.99, and look how good condition it's in. Barely used. The spine is perfect. Go to Goodwill, people. Greatest place in the world. I mean, sometimes it depends on the Goodwill you go to. Like, if you go to a big city Goodwill, like a city that's surrounded by a big city, usually you can find great stuff. I went to a Goodwill one time, and I found advanced reader's copies galore. I found a copy of Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. An advanced reader's copy. And this was like, I think 3 weeks before the book came out, I found this at a Goodwill. I freaked out a little. I fangirled a little. Just a smidge. But everybody in the Goodwill looked at me like I was crazy. But go to a Goodwill. Greatest place to get books if you could find the right one. Definitely. I pick Goodwill any time over a Books A Million or a McKay's sometimes. That is all for me this week, you guys. I hope you guys had a great week in reading, and I hope you got some awesome books. And I'll see you guys next week. Happy reading!